In 1912, the greatest ship ever built set sail from England. She was called Unsinkable, a marvel of engineering, a palace on the sea. But in the dark waters of the North Atlantic, the Titanic would meet her end. This is the true story of her rise, her fall, and the people who lived and died aboard the ship of dreams. The Titanic was born in an age of ambition, a time when technology seemed unstoppable. In Belfast, Ireland, workers hammered steel and shaped history. 882 feet long, 11 stories tall, built by over 15,000 men. She was the pride of the White Star Line, designed by Thomas Andrews, commanded by the seasoned Captain Edward John Smith, and declared virtually unsinkable. Luxury surrounded her, from Turkish baths and squash courts to the sweeping grand staircase under a glass dome. But beneath the gold lay divisions. First class for the elite, second class for the professional, third class for immigrants chasing the American dream. On April 10, 1912, the Titanic left Southampton. She stopped briefly at Cherbourg, France, then Queenstown, Ireland. By April 11th, she was bound for New York. Over 2,200 souls were aboard. John Jacob Astor was one of the richest men in the world. Isidore and Ida Strauss were co-owners of Macy's. Margaret Molly Brown was a Denver heiress who refused to follow society's rules, and thousands of working-class men, women, and children hoping for a new life. The Titanic sped through calm seas. The weather was perfect, the food exquisite, laughter echoed across the decks, but iceberg warnings began to arrive and were ignored. On April 14th, the sea grew colder. The stars were bright, but the night was moonless. The sea was so still, it was unnerving. In the crow's nest, lookout Frederick Fleet scanned the horizon. At 11:40 p.m., he saw it. "Iceberg, right ahead," he shouted. The ship turned, but it was too late. A 400-foot-long gash tore through her starboard side. Water began pouring in. Below deck, chaos erupted. Boilers flooded, compartments filled. Titanic was mortally wounded. Thomas Andrews did the math. She had 2 hours to live. Confusion spread. Passengers were told to dress warmly, but many didn't believe the danger. First lifeboats were launched half full. Only 20 boats for more than 2,200 people. "Women and children first," the officers shouted. Some obeyed. Others refused to leave the safety of Titanic. Below deck, third-class passengers struggled to reach the lifeboats. Locked gates and language barriers delayed them. The band played on, hoping to calm the crowd. And still, the ship sank. Flares lit up the sky, screams echoed across the sea, and lifeboats, one by one, vanished into the darkness. The temperature in the water was below freezing. Most who jumped died in minutes. Only one boat turned back, rescuing 4 people from the water. Hundreds floated on broken wood, overturned rafts, and frozen hope. 705 people survived. Among them was Molly Brown, who argued fiercely to go back for the drowning. Chief Baker Charles Joven treaded icy water for 2 hours. Second Officer Lightoller clung to an overturned boat. At 4 a.m., the Carpathia arrived. Lifeboats were pulled from the sea, blankets handed out. The cold, the silence, and the grief were unbearable. 1,500 were gone. In her final minutes, the Titanic groaned like a wounded animal. Her stern lifted high into the air, 90 feet above the water. People held on or jumped. Then the ship broke in two. The bow plunged, the stern bobbed, then slowly followed. At 2:20 a.m., Titanic vanished beneath the Atlantic, gone, but not forgotten. When the Carpathia reached New York, the world was waiting. Thousands gathered in the rain. Families scanned lists, most found no names. Investigations began. Why so few lifeboats? Why so many dead? New laws followed, lifeboats for all, 24-hour radio watches, international ice patrol. The Titanic forced the world to change, but it could not bring back the dead. In 1985, the wreck was found, 12,500 feet below the sea. A rusting monument to pride and loss. Shoes, china, a violin, names etched in salt and time. Titanic's story endures because it's not just about a ship, it's about us. Our dreams, our mistakes, our courage, our sorrow. More than a century later, the Titanic still sails, through memory, through history, and through the human heart. If this story moved you, share it. Let the memory of Titanic live on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. What would you have done on that cold night in 1912? Until next time, history remembers. Do you?